This is the most important game for the Boston Celtics this season. The Celtics take on the Milwaukee Bucks tonight, and unfortunately, one of the Celtics superstars could be out tonight, and we'll break down who that could possibly be and why they might be sitting, looking at how impactful that player has been for the Boston Celtics, and if they do sit out, how hindering it will be for this Celtics team. We'll also be looking at Jrue Holiday, looking at a revenge game versus ex-team tonight in the Milwaukee Bucks, and one of Jrue Holiday's ex-teammates giving him some praise. All of that and more on this episode of Celtics Digest. I'm Bruce Veliz, but before we get into any Boston Celtics news, I would like to say shout out to everyone that's hit that subscribe button and joined the Celtics Digest family. We just recently hit over 2,200 subscribers, and we can't thank everyone that's already hit that button. But if you guys want to make sure you guys stay up to date on everything Boston Celtics, rumors, trades, signings, even some live streams, make sure to hit that subscribe button as we upload Celtics content daily for you guys. And we'll be providing this throughout the regular season and the playoffs. So make sure to stay tuned and to stay top on your Celtics media. Make sure to subscribe to Celtics Digest. But let's get into the news at hand. Grab a snack, as this is going to be a jam-packed episode as we first dive into the news of a Celtics superstar possibly being out tonight. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is no other than the best Celtic, Jayson Tatum. Unfortunately for the Boston Celtics, we have some injury news prior to the game. Last night, there was no injury news. Al Horford and Derrick White were cleared off the injury report. The Celtics were looking clean to go into this Milwaukee Bucks game, as it's a very impactful game between two top teams in the Eastern Conference and very, very big opponents. But we can see from Jay King here, Jayson Tatum illness is now questionable for tonight's game against the Milwaukee Bucks. This is not looking good for the Boston Celtics. And as you can see, Jayson Tatum not on the court during morning shoot-around as the Celtics opened things up for the media availability, was listed as questionable with an illness. Now, luckily for the Boston Celtics, it is a non-COVID illness, similar to what Jaylen Brown was facing when he sat out versus the Philadelphia 76ers. Hopefully, Jayson Tatum can be ready to go for this Boston Celtics team tonight, as he's been the most impactful Boston Celtics this season so far. If we want to look at Jayson Tatum's stats, we can see that he's averaging 28 points in 14 games, 6 more than what he was averaging last year, averaging a whole rebound, almost 2 rebounds over in 9, and averaging a full assist over in 4.1. He's also shooting better from the field, shooting 51% from the field, shooting better from 3 at 38%, and shooting a little bit worse from free throw at shooting around 80% compared to 85%, but that is okay. The Celtics have struggled from free throw range, and is something they need to work on as a team overall. But Jayson Tatum has been the dog for the Boston Celtics, and he's been proving to me that he is definitely a guy that can be an MVP candidacy, as I think he has been controlling this Boston Celtics team so far, and he's been a dominant leader for this team. We've seen it night in and night out, him be the main guy in control for this team and do it successfully. I'm hoping that Jayson Tatum can play again tonight versus this Milwaukee Bucks team, as the Celtics desperately need him, as with having Giannis Antetokounmpo and Damian Lillard be impactful pieces for the Milwaukee Bucks, we are going to need our guy Jayson Tatum to help out on the offense and defensive side of the floor. A very, very scary and impactful game tonight, and hopefully Jayson Tatum is there. But let's look at some more news, looking at Jrue, his ex-teammate, showing him respect pre-game. And as you guys know, Jrue Holiday used to play on the Milwaukee Bucks last season. And we got a quote here from Bobby Manning talking to Pat Connaughton. If you guys do not know, Pat Connaughton is actually from Arlington, Massachusetts, and went to St. John's Prep. So Bobby asked Pat this morning about how the Bucks felt about Jrue Holiday landing on the Celtics, and Pat said that he's happy for Jrue in the sense of, I want him to continue to compete for championships. Being a kid who grew up in Boston, 10-year-old Pat would have loved Jrue as a Celtic, and I can't not agree more with Pat on this one. Jrue Holiday has been so impactful for the Boston Celtics on the defensive side of the floor, and even though he hasn't had the greatest shot selection and hasn't had the greatest shooting numbers for the Boston Celtics, in select games, Jrue Holiday has been that guy for the Celtics on offense. He also, and we mentioned this in the past, is just a guy that's wanting to do everything for what the Boston Celtics needs. He's one of the best rebounding guards in the league at the moment and has shown that for the Celtics. He's gotten plenty of almost triple doubles with the Boston Celtics already this season, and he's been an impactful voice and leader for the Celtics team. I expect him to be a big piece tonight if Jayson Tatum doesn't play on the offensive side, getting a little bit more of an offensive role if we don't have one of our superstars. But if Tatum is there, I expect him to be locking up Damian Lillard to his best ability and being able to control Damian Lillard for this Milwaukee Bucks team. I'm very, very excited to see how Jrue Holiday plays tonight, and that leads us into our next topic, which talks about a possible Jrue Holiday revenge game. I very, very think that this could be a great outcome for the Boston Celtics if Jrue Holiday is able to unlock this prowess on offense tonight and be a force to reckon with versus this Milwaukee Bucks team. If we look at this quote from Celtics on NBC Sports Boston, they asked Jrue Holiday on the Bucks trade, and he said, "I think they got what they wanted, so I can't be mad at that. I'm in the best place that I can be to compete against them." And that is so truthful and just the honest truth. Obviously, the Bucks wanted to upgrade, getting rid of Jrue Holiday and bringing in Damian Lillard to keep Giannis Antetokounmpo in Milwaukee and make sure that they can keep their future superstar happy by bringing in another superstar, ultimately losing Jrue Holiday, which was tough for the Milwaukee Bucks. But ultimately, the Milwaukee Bucks probably necessarily didn't think that this move would react in the Celtics getting Jrue Holiday. They probably thought another team like Miami, Philadelphia, Los Angeles was going to attain him. But no, the Boston Celtics were that team to go out and get him, and they were the lucky team to have Jrue Holiday, as he is going to be a dog on defense tonight and trying to be a relentless stopper on Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo. I mean, as we saw with Marcus Smart and the Boston Celtics, he's also probably going to be giving the Celtics some tips as well on how to guard some of these Bucks players, how to be playing against them, like Marcus Smart did with Santi Aldama, and look what happened with that. He dropped 28 points versus the Boston Celtics. Having these inside guys, having that inside information is going to help out a lot for the Boston Celtics tonight. And I just want to pull up this tweet, as I saw this on Twitter, and I thought this was very funny. And I think this is how a lot of people are going to react to this game tonight. So I just wanted to make it a point of cause. We got a tweet from King D Laws here where he says, "Remember, if the Celtics win tonight, it's just a regular season game. The Bucks still getting their chemistry together, as they just got Damian Lillard and Giannis, and they didn't have their legend Jay Crowder on defense to lock up the Boston Celtics. But if the Bucks win and the Celtics lose tonight, it just proves that they run the East and that they won the Jrue trade." And I've never seen a tweet so centered to Celtics Twitter and NBA Twitter that spoke to me. Obviously, if the Celtics win this game, it is a massive impact for this team. They just beat the Milwaukee Bucks, but we all know how the league will look at this win and view it as a ticky-tack win, as obviously they don't have Jay Crowder to guard Giannis on Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They don't have the chemistry to build with Damian Lillard and Giannis Antetokounmpo. It's only been 15 games. Give them some time. But you know, if the Celtics lose tonight, and if Jaylen Brown has another offensive game where he doesn't perform the best, all these Celtics fans will be cursing Jaylen Brown again, cursing Jrue Holiday, and it will just be a nut and shit show for this team. Personally, I'm very, very confident in the Celtics team winning tonight, and I think that the media will change their minds, and hopefully the Celtics can come out and get a dub tonight. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Do you guys think the Boston Celtics are going to come out victorious versus Milwaukee Bucks team with or without Jayson Tatum, or do you guys think with this Jayson Tatum news it is going to fluctuate your guys' opinions? If you guys are still not subscribed to the Celtics Digest channel, and you guys are still at this point in the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button, as we provide Celtics content for you guys daily, and we guys know you enjoy the content. Like I said, I'm Bruce Veliz. I'll catch you guys in the next video, and go Boston Celtics. Peace out and have a great rest of your day.